welcome back to another edition of Eyes of a Dog. A friend of mine asked me about a week or two ago to do a video on why there are pet adoption fees. A potential adopter came into her shelter and thought that she should have been given a dog for free, as she was willing to give it a good home. As much as we wish it was all that easy, there are many reasons for the fees that are crucial to not only keeping the rescue doors open, but also to keep the pets within their walls in good health until they find their forever homes. Animal adoption fees can vary greatly depending on the organization and location, but there are several reasons why these fees can be high. It is important to understand these reasons in order to appreciate the value of adoption fees and how they contribute to the welfare of animals. Additionally, there are ways in which individuals can help bring down adoption fees. Here are 15 reasons why animal adoption fees are high and how you can help. Animal shelters and rescue organizations provide veterinary care to animals in their care. This includes vaccinations, spaying and neutering, microchipping, and any necessary medical treatments. These costs can be significant and contribute to higher adoption fees. Animal shelters need to provide food, shelter, and other basic necessities for the animals until they find their forever homes. These expenses add up and are factored into the adoption fees. Animal shelters require dedicated staff members to care for the animals, handle adoptions, and manage administrative tasks. The salaries and benefits of these employees contribute to the overall cost of running the shelter, which is reflected in adoption fees. Shelters need to maintain clean and safe facilities for the animals. This includes regular cleaning, repairs, and upgrades. These costs are included in adoption fees. Many shelters invest in behavioral assessments and training programs to ensure that animals are well behaved and ready for adoption. These services require expertise and resources, which contribute to higher adoption fees. Some shelters rescue animals from distant locations or even other countries. Transporting these animals safely to the shelter adds to the overall cost of caring for them. Running an animal shelter involves administrative tasks such as record keeping, marketing, fundraising, and compliance with regulations. These expenses are necessary but can increase adoption fees. Some animals require specialized care due to medical conditions, behavioral issues, or trauma. Providing this specialized care can be costly and may result in higher adoption fees. Animals may stay in shelters for varying lengths of time before finding their forever homes. The longer an animal stays in the shelter, the more resources are required to care for them, which can contribute to higher adoption fees. Certain breeds or species have dedicated rescue organizations that focus on their specific needs. These organizations often have higher adoption fees due to the specialized care and expertise they provide. The demand for certain types of animals, such as puppies or popular breeds, can be high. This demand can drive up adoption fees as shelters try to balance supply and demand. Animal shelters heavily rely on donations and fundraising efforts to cover their expenses. If fundraising efforts fall short, adoption fees may need to be increased to make up for the shortfall. Adoption fees can vary depending on the location of the shelter. In areas with higher costs of living, such as major cities, adoption fees are often higher to cover the increased expenses. Shelters often provide pre-adoption services such as behavior consultations, training classes, and support for adopters. These services require additional resources and contribute to higher adoption fees. Adoption fees not only cover the costs associated with a specific animal but also help support future rescues by ensuring that the shelter has the necessary funds to continue its operations. To help bring down animal adoption fees, individuals can take several actions. One way is to volunteer. By volunteering at animal shelters, individuals can help reduce staffing costs and contribute their time and skills to caring for animals. Another way is by fostering animals. This provides temporary homes for them until they find permanent homes. This helps alleviate the burden on shelters and reduces the costs associated with long-term care. Individuals can donate money, supplies, or services to animal shelters to help cover their expenses. This can include monetary donations, pet food, bedding, toys, or even professional services like veterinary care or grooming. By understanding the reasons behind high adoption fees and taking proactive steps to support animal shelters, individuals can play a role in bringing down these fees and ultimately contribute to the welfare of animals in need. If you live within the United States, you can find the nearest shelter near you at eyesofadog.com or eyesofadog.net, either one. We are not affiliated with any particular shelter or rescues. Eyes of a Dog is privately run and is done for the sole reason of promoting animal adoption and rescue, so if you want to donate $1 or $2, we greatly appreciate all the help we can get. It helps us with site promotion so more people can find the shelters, as well as hosting fees and things of that nature. The most important way you can help is by liking and subscribing to our channel and sharing our content on social media so it can be reached by a farther reaching audience to make sure we help as many of these innocent animals as we possibly can. More views means YouTube helps push it towards a larger audience. Anywho, till next time, we appreciate you taking the time to watch and enjoy our channel.